Hello, Lego Geek. Thanks for being here. It is Thursday. Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Welcome to Ben's Brick Designs. I've got Beth here with me tonight. She's not feeling well.
I am not, so I may not be on for very long.
Yeah, so she's going to hang with us for a couple minutes, and then she's going to go get some sleep. So say hi to her now. Thursday, though, we will be here in full because we'll be doing this restream event where... Yeah, I wish it was Thursday. We're going to be doing a restream event where we're going to have a friend on with us, and she's going to be giving me instructions, and I'm going to be doing Beth's makeup. And this is in preparation for our wedding coming up on January 14th. We are also going to be live streaming that for all of 15 minutes or however long the ceremony is. It's going to be short.
Enough to do a toast.
But since she can't have anyone go and do her makeup for her or her hair, we're going to have, somebody joining us and saying, all right, do this. Here's what you need to do. And we'll have all the makeup out here, and I'll be putting on her makeup. So we'll have a camera kind of on. We'll have a Beth camera. And we'll just do that. So that's what's coming up. I'm going to move this over here. So I got the Nintendo thing built last week. That was a lot of fun. I've got it already up on a shelf now, kind of in the kitchen. We made room to display it, so it's going to be there until the rest of whatever to be dusted.
It doesn't look like it's live.
It's slightly delayed.
Right, but what? Up next.
Well, it should be fine. Let me.
I don't know why it's not showing us live on my Twitch.
I don't either. It's showing live on mine. Oh, I'm also logged in as you on PlayStation.
Oh, so maybe it's not.
It will only let you do a couple. Yeah, we're spoofing the system from our phones and PlayStation because I can't get honest, actual viewers in here.
I mean.
So, yeah, we're live enough.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't have to use your phone. So, hey, Brad's Life. Thanks for being here. I saw you on, I like watching your Instagram live unboxings of the advent calendars. I'm a little sad that I didn't get an advent calendar this year of any genre. I just kept putting it off and then not getting it. So.
Yeah, I was going to say we could get a puppy one, but it's too late.
I mean, it's not too late. You just miss however many days.
But Kaylee will miss 8 treats.
Yes, she will. All right, so what we're building tonight, and she may not stay with us, so the idea was she was going to build something.
This looks pretty easy, right? Just 127 pieces.
Yeah, do you want to do that one?
Sure.
So we've got.
Want to do it.
No, I don't care, really. We've got the Christmas Carol, the Dickens book, gift with purchase. We've got the Black Friday chariot set that I guess goes with the Colosseum.
Maybe I should let you do that since it's with the Colosseum.
I don't care. And then a brick. The VIP teal brick. Yeah, so I mean, go ahead. Why don't you pick one? I'll flip this over to you.
What if I do this? I'm not looking. I don't know which one's which. I'm sure this is very interesting for people to watch. Okay.
All right, good enough. So we'll let you start with that, and then I'll kind of keep the rest of this over on the side and do something later. So again, I've got 2 of these.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's okay. That's why I have a knife.
Oh.
Right
I
here.
know you have a knife. I'm sorry.
To not rip the boxes.
Do you save the boxes?
No. So I don't know why it matters.
Okay.
I've got 2 of these gift with purchases. So at some point, I'll tell you what, if you have an extra ice skating rink one that you got, I'll trade you. If anybody sees this and has an ice skating one and they want this and they don't want their ice skating one, I will trade you. If not, at some point in the future, I will do a subscriber giveaway. So keep that in mind. So Beth.
So Ben.
tell me how excited you are that we may get a vaccine pretty soon.
I am very excited that we should be getting a vaccine soon because I love you and I don't mind spending time with you at all. And this has been a great way for us to prepare for our upcoming marriage. But I'm ready to see other people too.
Yeah, I am definitely
I'm just ready to
ready to go hug my
be with our
friends and
friends.
go to a brewery and hang out. And
Do these need to be separate or?
I mean, you are just chaos over there. You just dump bags, boxes, no
It's
chill.
Fine. But yes, I'm super excited. Especially, I'll tell you why I am really excited.
I'm gonna get this real quick. Butt chop, if you're watching, this is the torso. That's what your torso looks like in this set. I know you were asking about it. It looks like it's got one gold arm and one yellow arm, which is interesting. Whoa. It's not focusing really on the torso, so it's hard to see. But maybe you can see it over here better. Nope, it's dark. Okay.
So yeah, I'm excited because, as Ben mentioned, I'm not feeling well today, and I'm pretty sure it's just a touch of cedar fever because it is certainly
Because we're in
that
Austin,
time
and
of
that's
year.
what happens
Right.
between now and February, March kind of thing.
Right. So one of the reasons I'm looking forward to it is so I don't freak myself out every time I've got a cold or having allergy issues into thinking that I have COVID.
Right.
It happens every time. And I'm not running a temperature or anything. I'm not having any problems breathing. I think it's allergies. My sinuses feel
Oh, and
sorry,
Kaylee
Doug
just
almost
can't.
knocked something over.
Kaylee just can't handle the fact that
Both
we're
of
in here
us are
talking
here.
and it's a brightly lit area and she just can't get to us.
She's like, what's happening?
She's like, you're not talking to me at all.
So I am very excited about not having to stress all the time. I do enough stress.
And if you didn't know, if you hadn't heard, there was a vaccine that was given to a person in the UK today. The first Pfizer vaccine was given to a person in the UK, an 93-year-old woman, 93-year-old woman.
Yeah.
The second person to get the vaccine in the UK was a man named William Shakespeare. I am not kidding.
Course.
I am not kidding. That actually happened. The dude's name was William Shakespeare. He's an 87-year-old man or something like that. The headline read, Taming of the Flu, because they're British and they can crush headlines like that. So it was pretty great. I don't understand what happened to the continued conversation thing.
What?
I'm just looking at Twitter while you're doing that, saying we're live.
Well, it's live on Facebook.
Oh, I know.
Are people commenting?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's good on YouTube then.
Yeah, Brad's Life and Lego Geek are both here.
Hi, Brad and Lego Geek.
Lego Geek is Julian.
Julian. Oh,
Brad
he was
and Julian.
on.
He was on the thing, yeah.
That's right.
Brad and Julian, keep in mind that at some point, I think, if you're not doing anything Christmas Eve, which I'm not, I'll be here. I'm going to be doing the Coliseum, and we can do a restream like we did last time. So if you're interested in being a part of that, just let me know. I'll drop you a link beforehand.
I should wrap it for you and make you open it before you use it.
Right.
Or before you do it, since it is technically a Christmas present. Are you excited about the vaccine, Benjamin?
Yes, I am guardedly optimistic about it because
Yeah.
mostly because I know that it is a long process and can take a long time to get from where we are to a fully vaccinated 7.6 billion population or whatever we are.
Man, Konica should come on your stream sometime and answer questions about it because...
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to do a co-stream where she plays games and I build Lego and she talks about it.
I did this completely wrong.
So what I'm excited about is that it's commercially available now, which means it's out of the phase where they're like, we're just testing with people, and we're actually giving it to people. That makes me happy. I know that the vaccine that the elderly British person got. If you hold it right about here, it shows up on that camera a lot better. Is a 5-week turnaround for the second one?
4 or 5.
4 or 5 weeks.
I think it's at a month. So, but I read that the Pfizer vaccine.
Cool, guys. Thanks.
What happened?
No, go ahead.
Oh. I read that the Pfizer vaccine was going to like be effective. Like the first one will protect you a little bit.
Yeah, half of it will protect you some. So if you contract it, at least the symptoms will be lessened. The viral load won't be as much.
Yeah, I mean, you still have to get that second one. That's the thing that's scary. Like, just something to know, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to be all like political on your channel, but this is not something that people can, unless you legitimately do have a bad reaction to it, which there might be something in it that you may not react to. That's understandable, but we can't afford to have too many people be anti the vaccine.
Right.
Although I will say, to be completely honest, I get it because it happened really fast.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes me a little anxious, and I don't know if Ben ever talks about his political leanings on here.
Not really.
I
mean, unless you mean political to mean Lego drama.
No.
Then no,
I don't want to be political, but there are... Anyway, I had my doubts about the vaccine because things were kind of being pushed in too quickly, but... Did I say doubts? I said doubts, right? Not... My brain is all foggy. I took Benadryl, so this should be fun.
Okay.
Beth on Benadryl. That's what the title should have been. I definitely have my doubts.
Yeah, I mean, I'm waiting to see like the efficacy of it after a couple months.
Yeah.
Because I do want to get my hopes up about it, but I know this was rushed in, like you said. I just want to make sure. All right, Brad, take it easy. Thank you very much for being here. It was good talking to you. If I don't see you back on the stream tonight, I will see you on Instagram tomorrow morning when you're opening your day. What are we on? Will it be day 9 tomorrow? Day 9. Take care.
I hope I didn't scare him off with my political talk.
Some people pop in and out, and they've got stuff to do.
Yeah.
I
shouldn't get political on your channel.
Okay.
I will just say that I feel a little better after talking to one of our friends who is actually in the medical field and has made me feel a little more calm about the way things were done and the way it was rushed through. So
I watched a video today. The channel is It's Okay to Be Smart. It's by PBS. Mm-hmm. And the host is a bio PhD holder guy from University of Boston. And he was talking about how they found that. So if you know what the COVID virus looks like, represented in media, everybody's seen it. The big white cell with all the red spikes on it, right? The red spikes are basically the locks that go into a cell and say, here's what I am, and all the proteins that go up to say, who are you? What are you doing? It says, no, I'm one of you guys, and it says, oh, okay, we'll let you pass, and then the whole thing just kind of gets absorbed into a cell. At which point, then it unleashes its viral reprogramming and has the cell basically create more viruses. So this lab in Austin was. This is the whole mRNA treatment that they've been talking about, where they don't need a dead virus and they don't need a weakened virus. What they're basically doing is they take the spike from the virus and they introduce it. They surround it with like a lipid, like a protein capsule, and then so it doesn't get digested or fought off instantly in the system. It lives long enough to be tracked by your own immune system. And when it gets in there, it knows to rewrite the DNA for the virus in each cell, so it knows to recognize it. So it's basically your body fighting it off, knowing ahead of time, rather than the old way of vaccinations, which is just here's what the virus is, and then it goes, okay, now that we have knowledge of the virus, we're gonna go create this. This is basically giving it a head start. So that's why the mRNA is pretty fantastic and important. And we've had this technology for a long time. We just never been able to sort of ramp it up and use it. But it was developed when, I mean, all these novel coronaviruses, they felt like they could do this.
Yeah.
But the imaging and the technology to create a model of those spikes off the virus that then everybody who is creating a vaccine is using came from Austin, apparently.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Very interesting. Yeah,
Big brain Ben.
Who's that?
I'm regurgitating facts. I love me some science.
Yeah, you guys may not know this about Ben, but he's a huge nerd.
I love me some physics and chemistry and biology, but I literally don't have the brain for it. Like my brain is very artistic and creative, and it shoots off in different directions. It just doesn't have the discipline for math. So while I enjoy it, and it tickles the brain when I hear new facts and learn new things, it just doesn't. It doesn't, I can't function like that. But it's fun to learn. I think it's fantastic.
I have a question here.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. I see. It just was.
Yeah,
I couldn't see it because
the
it was
browns
dark.
are dark, and then with the lights, it's a little hard to
Yeah.
see sometimes.
Who else in the chat?
Well, I think Julian just now. And us.
Hooray! Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I miss my friends.
Mm-hmm.
I still think, though, it's not a bad idea. Like, I think people expect that once the vaccine comes out, things are going to be back to normal. And I think it's still going to be a while. I personally have decided I'm going to continue wearing masks long after this because I feel like it's just a good rule of thumb.
Yeah, I think that's a really good idea. I would like to either continue to wear masks. I don't know. Hey, Erica.
Hey!
Erica's here on Facebook. Thanks for being here.
Hey!
I'm going to try to figure out how to get the chat displaying up here so that everybody can see it. Because I think ReStreamBot should pump it out to everybody, but I don't know for sure. So yeah, Beth's doing the chariot. Yeah, we're gonna wear masks and probably continue to do social distancing for a while after, because not everybody. I mean, honestly, we're probably going to be some of the last people to get it anyway. So by the time we get it,
we're very lucky in the sense that we both work from home. I don't think that we're both, I mean, I could lose a little bit of weight or a lot of weight, but other than that, I'm pretty healthy, and I think Ben is too.
I'm going to go on record and say you're not healthy at all. You've got a lot of issues.
Well, but I have issues like they're not
They're not too medical.
well, they're medical,
some...
but they're also not one of the risk factors. Like I have narcolepsy, and I have
I'm worried about your
hypothyroid. Oncological or gynecological?
Oncological. Not oncological. Lymphatic.
Like my thyroid?
Yeah, your thyroid.
Yeah. I was like, oncology? Like, I don't have cancer. I had a scare once.
Well, doesn't that scare stay with you for a while?
Yeah, oh yeah. Like I have a lot of female issues that can make me prone to certain types of cancers, which is definitely a risk factor. But what I'm saying is I don't have a lung disease. I don't have a heart disease. My blood pressure's fairly normal. I have a lot of stuff going on. I have women issues. No, I'm not going to say that. But yeah, I have women issues that make things not pleasant. But
sorry, I derailed you. You were going to say about
I was just going to say that because we're both like, we don't have any of the risk factors.
Right. We're not diabetic.
Yeah.
We don't have any like you said, respiratory or
Yeah.
cardio issues.
And we're both able to work from home, so we're not
super old.
Yeah, not yet. I'm gonna be 40 in a couple months.
Yeah, you are. So,
Erica, we have to think of something fun virtually to do for my 40th.
we realized that starting with you, or you are the last one, like right after your birthday.
Yep.
Everybody after your birthday has had a birthday
A COVID birthday.
during COVID where
Yeah.
they couldn't do anything. So, and your birthday is now the sort of the milestone marker.
Yeah, that we've been doing this for a year. God, can't
We
believe
had
it's
a our engagement party was February 22nd of last year, and that was like the last thing that we were able to do together with all our friends.
Which, honestly, we are so lucky because that would have been, because they think it was here earlier than they initially thought. So that could have been a time.
Right. We're worried about it having spread from our party.
Yeah, so we are, we're a little lucky,
We're grateful for
say.
that.
We are. That.
Oh, your birthday was yesterday.
Happy birthday. Whose birthday?
Julian.
Happy birthday.
And Erica says that, yes, there has to be something virtual and fun.
Yes. And also, that was the last time we saw everyone. Yeah, we were talking about that the other day, Erica. We are so lucky that nobody had it because that would have been a time where it would have been super dangerous because we didn't know it was here. I mean, we knew it was here.
Well, the other thing didn't Sam get really sick like after that?
She did. Well, it was like a month after that because
Oh.
it was around spring break. So I don't think it would have been when we. What did I do here? Oh, I see. No, I don't see. Yes, I see.
Do you see what I'm saying?
I see. But yeah, like that would have been like the perfect recipe for a super spreader event because nobody would have known about it, and
Or we could have defiled local ordinance and done it anyway.
we wouldn't have. We're too responsible, and our friends are too responsible.
Did you hear that, jerkholes?
Yeah, people who are
Still having weddings and
Okay, yeah. Let me rant about this. I'm still seeing people having like 200 or 300 person weddings, and it's offensive.
yeah, it
I mean,
really
it's-
is.
It's like flat out offensive. It's like, I understand, and listen, I understand about wanting to have your special day because you know what? I wanted to have my special day about a month and a half from now.
Yeah.
And we're still going to have a special day in about a month. Don't get me wrong. I'm excited about that. But
You know what's a super special day to have?
what?
That time you're in the ICU.
Yeah.
That's got to be
see?
super nice.
Yeah.
I wonder what dresses you can pick out for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you get that
So,
catered?
What is...
I don't know if you noticed, we're being really catty and
We
opinionated
are.
about it.
Sorry, guys. It's so frustrating because I feel like there's so many people that have given up so much.
So Erica says she was in Vegas in March. I remember that.
Yeah.
It was here, but my company decided it wasn't enough for risk and flew people from all over the world. They
Oh
gave
my
us hand
gosh.
sanitizer, though.
I am so glad you didn't get sick, Erica. That's so scary.
Julian said, I only had my grandma and my parents at my party.
I know that sucks, Julian, but that's, that means that they'll be able to be there next year.
Right.
So it's it sucks. It really does, and would much rather. My plan for my birthday, my 40th birthday, was to go to New Orleans with all of our friends, but obviously that's not happening.
That is correct.
What did
Negative Ghost Rider.
I do here?
What are you looking at?
I don't know. I've been blinding doing this. This I feel like is sticking out more than it should. Does that look right? Yeah, it looks right on the side.
Yeah,
Okay.
that looks right.
I love that they gave you hand sanitizer, Erica. That was
Yeah.
nice of them.
Here, we know you're probably going to die, but here's some hand
Well,
sanitizer.
so you want to hear something funny? Like when we thought, okay, by February, because our original date was February of 2021. Excuse me. And we thought, well, it's still not going to be good, but
What's up, M Productions?
it'll be better than it was, and we'll make sure. And that was one of the things he said. I was like, oh, we'll provide hand sanitizer for everybody. Like that would have been enough.
Right.
I just
But we got it sorted. We got it moved. We're able to do it next year.
I know,
We
and
got
it's-
the change the dates sent out.
Yeah.
The place was reasonable with us, knowing that it cost them money too.
Yeah, they were very reasonable. I didn't know if they were going to be able to change it, but I tried to remind myself. That's how I feel about people gathering for the holidays. I haven't seen anyone in my family for like a year. It's a slap in the face. Yes, exactly. That is exactly it. It is a slap in the face, and it makes you feel. Have you guys felt like those? And I don't want to make assumptions about what people have been doing, but we have been staying at home. We've been social distancing. If we've had people over, it's been one or two other people outside at a distance with masks. And even then, I'm like paranoid for 2 weeks that I've gotten sick. But for those of us that have like really worked hard to keep ourselves and everybody else safe, like it does feel like a slap in the face when you hear about all of these like huge gatherings and stuff. And every situation's different, but
The flip side of that is the people who are out there doing this are also the people that our insurance has to cover when they get sick.
that's true, and they're also the people that are also not wearing masks when they go out.
Right.
Like that's the thing too. Like I feel like if we could guarantee that everybody wore masks and stayed at a distance and everything, then I feel like we could figure out a way to do this safely, but we can't do that apparently. So
This is what we talk about when we go out walking with our friends. Is we talk about politics and we talk about
yeah, I'm sorry. I'll try to
and-
not be so political on your stream.
That's fine. As long as we
I
don't
have
swear
lots of
too much.
feelings.
I know you have feelings.
You can't swear?
I try not to. I know this isn't. It's an adult stream, and it's meant for adults. I realize that some of our viewers are younger, but they're not children. They're not babies.
Okay. I'm confused about something.
Yes, M Productions. I did get the Coliseum. Why do you call that the murder box set?
Well, because there were murders that happened. I mean,
Well,
they
I
basically
mean-
murdered each other.
Right, but the Lego set didn't do it.
No, but that's a clever name.
It is a clever name. I also am going to build a lot of little ships for the Coliseum, little micro ships. Cough, cough, YouTube policies. Hey, you know what? I'm such a small streamer that if anybody's actually watching, or if they've got a bot that can figure out that I'm swearing over here, I mean, whatever. I want to build little ships for the Coliseum and wage naval battles. I think that'd be fun.
I think this is part of a horse.
Yes, M Productions. That is part of a horse, you're right.
Is that the tail?
I don't understand that logic either. You are correct.
What's the logic he doesn't understand?
Masks take away your freedom.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
You know what else takes away your freedom? Life inside a ventilator.
Yep.
That takes away your freedom real quick. I
Yep.
mean, whichever one's more important to you. I don't mean you specifically. I mean the yous who are not
Yeah.
taking care of themselves or watching out for their fellow man.
Yeah. I just hope that it's just like we're so close to the end of this. Hopefully.
Hopefully, it's happened to me.
That is finally, actually, Ben. Did you finish that already?
Yep.
Oh. Maybe I should have done that one.
Oh, M is 13.
So you
My
have to
son's
watch-
older than you.
So you have to watch your language.
I don't watch my language around my son. So Greg, by the way, thinks he's going to be able to do some streaming soon.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's all going to be Minecraft and stuff. But,
Of course, but I mean, I would think there's a.
well, and I told him, I was like, I got 3 accounts over here that will watch you, and
Yeah.
you'll get to affiliate like that. My grandma will say she understands why people are taking risks because they are tired of being cooped up. Right. It's like, no, they're not cooped up. These are the people who've been risky all along. No one who is cooped up suddenly decides they're going out and partying in a huge group without masks. Yeah.
I'm just glad, Erica, aren't you glad that like our people, like our group of friends, I feel like has been pretty responsible with things. Like I feel like if I was seeing other people going out, it would maybe make me be more willing to be like other people that like I hang out with on a regular basis. It would maybe make me more like, okay, well, if they're doing it, maybe I'll do it. So I'm just glad like all of our friends are responsible.
Yep. All right, you've been here a half hour. How you feeling?
Benadryl's still kind of kicking in hard. So once I finish this, I'm actually kind of impressed. I feel like I'm doing a better job with the Benadryl. Except, as I say
Friends
that,
don't let friends build Lego drunk.
I'm not drunk.
Well, I mean, you got Benadryl in you.
Benadryl's-
I'm going to go ahead and pop this open while you're finishing up.
Pop it open.
I'm going to pop that open. Again, this is the gift with purchase that I got with the Coliseum. So again, I'm going to mention this. If you have an ice rink, which is the other gift with purchase for the holiday 2021, Christmas, this was Thanksgiving, VIP day, whatever. If you have that and would like to trade, because I have a second one, let me know. If you're watching this after the fact, you can leave a comment and I will get in touch with you. This has stickers. What do I... Oh my god, look at all these stickers. 333 pieces, and look at all those stickers. Wow. I don't know if I'm going to do all those, but I mean, it looks like...
What do you do if you don't do the stickers? Don't they just all look all naked?
Well, if this is something I'm going to take apart later, although this may be something I keep together, I don't know. The way the stickers now are, they are a lot better than they were when I was a kid. So they will come off easier later. When I was a kid, they would dry out, and you'd have to kind of scrape them off with an X-Acto knife.
Hey, look, I made a horse.
Ruins, giddy up, which then ruins the brick. But now these are a little more vinyl, and the adhesive isn't as adhesive-y.
Oh, I have to do this twice?
Yeah. I mean, there are two horses. Where do you think all these other parts were going to go to?
I don't know, but now I have to remember where.
You just go back. Start over. It's almost like you've never built a Lego set before.
I built a couple. I'm just trying. I don't remember where to go back to. I didn't know I was going to have to do two of these.
Right there. See that white spot?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I got
Quattro.
How is this
There's something to the peer pressure. I feel guilty when James's parents are coming down to help us move. That's been our big risk, and they've been super careful because they take care of their elderly parents since they don't want in-home nursing or home care right now. Yeah. Your mom and dad are taking care of your niece sometimes.
I think that they stopped.
They were for a bit.
Yeah.
So that was kind of scary.
It was.
But then
and
your sister-in-law works in a convalescent
in a
home?
convalescent center, and it was like the thing is that there really wasn't another choice because, like, you know, my brother and sister-in-law have to work, but I think it's kind of better now.
Julian, what is the Speed Champion Nismo and Quattro? What does that have? What is that referencing? I don't know what that's referencing. I don't have any Speed Champions sets. This may be bigger than I thought, so I'm gonna wait until you're done because there's no like. This is bag 1. This is bag 2. You kind of have to dump it out all over the place.
So I'm pretty sure it was whatever I have is allergies because the Benadryl kind of made it better.
Oh, well then.
So that's good.
You should go lay down after you're done building.
Yeah, I still have like pressure in my face, like right here. Right here. I lost my train of thought. Okay.
There's no train of thought. Those sets have about 40 or 50. Oh, yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, I have seen those where the sticker sheets are just huge. I mean, it makes sense because they're like NASCAR cars where they're just... question, has anybody been keeping up on the Marbula 1 series by Jails Marble Racing? So because there wasn't a Olympics this year and a lot of sporting events got canceled, there's this guy that's been doing this for years where he's done marble racing, where he sets up these courses in the sand for like kind of the off-road racing. He's got these tracks that he builds that look like Hot Wheels tracks. But there's a whole industry, or at least there's a whole industry. There's at least one company, but I'm sure there's others that do marble tracks. They're like the two thin pipes, and they've got these plastic sort of. The one he uses specifically are these hexagonal plates, and they do different things. A lot of kinetic structures and everything that react when a marble hits it, or slides a certain way, or strikes it a certain way. But he's got these giant setups, and he's done like a 1,000,000 marble run where he just lets 1,000,000 marbles go, and they follow this route, and it's really fantastic. But lately they've been doing the Marbula 1 series, which has like, it's just like any racing organization where you have to qualify, and then the qualification, you get points as the series goes on, and it's not about who wins. What?
I'm trying to get this one off. But I just.
Which one?
This one. I put the wrong piece on.
So do that. You need to get this one out.
Oh. But I need to pop. This is like, I need just that top one off. In case you guys haven't noticed, I don't know how to do this.
So if you put two together like that, and squeeze it.
Pro tip. Thank you, Dave. I put the wrong piece on.
Hey, Kodiak. No
Hi,
worries.
Kodiak.
This is a special Tuesday event.
Bethany, building on Benadryl.
Yeah, the triple Bs. Ben and Bethany building on Benadryl.
Ooh. Except you're not taking Benadryl, so.
Bish.
Bish, please.
Sounds like moonshining with marbles. NASCAR Lego line. I want a lot of different line. Ben, you're the reason I was able to donate to Fairy Bricks. Wow, that's great, M. Dot.
Aw.
I hope they're doing well. I haven't checked up on them
Was
recently.
that the one where there was like a fire or
No, they got
somebody robbed them? Jeez.
Yeah,
I
twice.
think I was just hoping it was a fire so it wasn't terrible that somebody robbed a freaking charity.
Yeah, and they got robbed twice. So this time there's a lot of jokey jokes about, well, maybe we shouldn't donate Lego and have people donate to them. Maybe we should have them donate to a better security system. It's like it's a charitable organization run by like 5 people out of a warehouse. I mean, it's just, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
It's not like they can afford state-of-the-art warehouse security. Roll down the road.
Oh God, Big Mouth. Is anyone watching Big Mouth?
Yeah, we watched the 4th season.
Dot Productions shouldn't because
No, it's terrible. Because it's written about that age group. Oh my God, it's so bad.
it's awful. I mean,
And every time we're just like, oh, hey Jeff, what's up?
Jeff.
Jeff McElwee.
Oh, hi Jeff.
He's a Lego person, collector,
Thought you meant
fellow nerd.
Jeff Sargent for a second.
I watched Jeff for about 10 minutes today put Matchbox cards on a corkboard.
Neat.
That's how my day went.
Your day when you're supposed to be working?
So after Thanksgiving, my job turns into Friday. It's like perpetual Friday. How did you hurt yourself?
I don't know.
Putting Lego together.
I just don't know. Erica said she can't get into it. She watched 3 episodes. A Big Mouth, yeah, it's
It takes a bit of dementia, not dementia, a demented mind to appreciate that. I don't blame you for not watching.
Basically, Erica, you're a better person than we are. That's what it comes down to.
What is that? What does being vegan give you superpowers? It just means he's better than you. Yeah, so it is completely off color and tasteless, and I think it's one of the most raunchiest shows I've ever seen, and I cannot stop watching it. There's something also very charming about it, and I think that has a lot to do with how well it's written. Like, the jokes are just like this, right? It's just so fast. Nick Kroll and Andrew Goldberg are just genius writers. John Mulaney, gives a good performance. Maya Rudolph is killing it.
Maya Rudolph is amazing.
Yeah.
She's just amazing.
Like
at
Tackle
everything
Free.
she does.
Oh, McElwee. Okay, cool. I was saying it wrong. McElwee.
God,
McElwee.
Ben.
I don't think I've actually heard anyone say that. I think maybe once or twice, but you know me. Yes, and ska. He's also into ska.
Ooh, cool. As are you. Erica said it's not even that. Like, I like that kind of humor. I like the people in it, but just, I don't know. No, I think it's because you're a better person than we are.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
I think if you watched it more than 3 episodes and then started to enjoy it, because I think, like, right off the bat, because we knew we could binge it, and everyone's like, you have to watch it.
Well, one of our friends in particular was like, we have to watch it. And
so we did, and we're like, oh, God, I don't know. And then by the 4th or 5th episode, I think we were hooked.
Oh my
but I think it was sort of like, now we feel bad. We just want to see how bad it gets. And it got bad.
It gets bad. This season was bad.
So, God, gross.
But you know what?
Gross, and just, there's a line, Seth Rogen plays a character. They start this season by going to summer camp. And I was kind of hoping, like, I think Dan was too.
I would.
That the whole well, I think
that was my thing.
Yeah,
I was like, yeah, I hope that
the whole season was at summer camp, and it wasn't.
No, that was my thing.
Right, I don't know. So it starts at summer camp. Seth Rogen's one of these characters that is a friend of one of the main characters. There's two main characters, and he's Camp Andrew. So he's like, when they go to camp, he's his friend at camp, and there's a trans girl.
Who is actually played by a trans actress,
right?
Which I think is awesome.
There's 2 things that are going on with the show that I think are interesting. One, they got a trans actress to play a trans girl, which is fantastic. So she comes in, and they're like, okay, this is our new camper, and it's Gabrielle, or I forget what the name was. Natalie.
Yeah.
And it used to be Gabriel or Gabe or something like that.
I can't remember the name.
And it wasn't a close thing like Nathan and Natalie or something like that. It was like really different names. But they're like, wait, you were whatever? And so it's 12 and 13-year-olds. And of course, they're asking all these questions. And it's, they're trying to dance around the issue and like all this kind of stuff. And finally, the Seth Rogen character goes, all right, I'm going to say it because we're all thinking it. What does your junk look like? And everyone's like, yes. And of course, Beth and I are like, that's exactly what kids would do. That's exactly what kids would do.
It's super offensive, and adults should not do that. Well, kids shouldn't do it either, but it is probably pretty accurate to what a child would ask.
Yeah, but it's also sort of the tagline for this season. Like, I'm gonna say it because we're all thinking it.
Yeah.
And then people are just blurting out, oh my God, it's weird.
Yeah.
The hubris. How dare you say my name, guy I've never met? Yeah, exactly. Your little chuckle. Is your horse done yet?
Almost. Hey.
It's like beating a plastic horse.
Oh my God, did that really just happen?
Yeah.
I'm not okay with this. Okay, so how does this then...
You just... And it's done.
But... See, I feel like I missed a step, or it missed a step.
No, you didn't miss anything.
It doesn't tell me how to put this together, how to put it on.
Well, there's a bar and there's a hole.
What? Is that how it goes?
Mm-hmm.
She listened to or watched.
That's a messed up merde. Which reminds me, I gotta take my French lesson.
Did you read her response about...
I think that's it. It's just really gross. I have gotten to like Rick and Morty more, but the first season-ish I couldn't handle Rick's alcoholic belching. I watched all of that. I didn't see the new season, but I watched up till season 3, I guess. And the belching was getting on my nerves, but his delivery during the vocal skill to make that happen was why I kind of liked it. I kind of got a little tired of hearing it, but there was just a lot of really funny and smart things written in that. But I think it got a little too for me, it got a little too full of itself. Like, it was very self-aware. And so is Big Mouth. Big Mouth knows that it's raunchy, right? And they... so the other thing I was going to talk about is there's a character in the show... yeah, the horses do look weird.
Is it because I built them funny?
No, they're just weirdly built.
How does this... How does?
Just go into his hands like that. So one of the characters, Missy, she's a biracial girl. Her mother's a white Jewish lady and her dad's black. And they're both big nerds. Her parents are big nerds, so she's kind of a little nerd. And she doesn't...
And...
So she went to visit her cousins in Georgia, in Atlanta.
Atlanta, yeah.
And while she was there, they're like, "Oh, girl," and they were like, they were telling her that she has lost her blackness, and they were going to help her find it, basically. Right?
And the inside joke to that is that they actually came under some scrutiny because it's Jenny Slate that plays Missy, but Jenny Slate obviously is a white actress, so. Right. They were like...
After everything that happened over the summer, actually shortly before that. I think
before that, actually. Yeah. They were like, she should be voiced by a black actress. So I think this was their response to it. And, like, the character was able to, like, find her... explore that part of her culture.
Right. But there's a great scene in it. There's a great line where...
remember, you can't say the word.
I'm not going to say the word. One of her cousins, they take her upstairs and they're talking about hair and stuff. And she goes, she says, "N-word, please, blah, blah, blah." And Missy goes, "Oh, I'm not going to say that at all." And she's like, "What? You can say that?" She's like, "No, I can't say that." They're like, "Look, you can say that." And she looks right at the camera because she's a white girl voicing this character. She goes, "No, I can't say that." Yeah. And we're all like,
It is very
beautiful.
Self-aware.
Yeah, super self-aware.
And then by the end of the series, the end of the season, she was voiced by a black actress.
Yep.
So
there's your chariot.
Yay.
Sweet. And that'll go with the, I'm going to put him back here. And that'll go with the,
oh no, did it fall apart?
The Coliseum.
Did you break it?
It'll go with the Coliseum when it gets built.
Yay. All right, y'all. I have to tune out and say goodnight.
Good night, Beth.
That's the word I'm looking for. I need to say goodnight because I have Benadryl running through my system.
All right.
So I'm about to pass out.
Well, thanks for joining us.
Beautiful people and nerds and...
Say bye till Thursday.
Bye till Thursday. Yeah, you're going to see Ben put makeup on me.
It's going to be fun. All right.
It is.
I'll see you later.
I love you.
I love you too.
Sorry, is that too mushy for the...
Yeah, go out that way.
Why?
All right. Well, see if you can squeeze by.
I can squeeze by.
Okay. There's just a lot of Lego.
Hey, come here off camera.
What? Smooches. Mwah.
I love you.
Love you too. All right.
Go lay down.
I'll see you in a bit. So now, just me, we're going to do this real quick. Because we only got like, we got 40 minutes. Let me knock this out. This is the Christmas Carol. You guys are just going to have to deal with me now. Nerds is very correct. Erica says sweet dreams.
Thank you.
They're going to be Benadryl sweet dreams. So there are no bag numbers for this. So this is an open and sort operation. So the reason I'm doing this on Tuesday now, I want to try to do a couple more streams or another stream a week because I'm not doing anything. Got all kinds of time. And there's I'm waiting to hear back from this lady who, and I kind of went over this last stream, asked me to draw a children's book for her. Stop embarrassing me in front of my Lego friends. Stop it. Oh, God. No, somebody was just saying, stop it. You're embarrassing me in front of my Lego friends. So she gives the okay to do it. I probably will do some drawing on the stream. If she's okay with it being seen beforehand. And it'll be skeletal, you know, I won't do too much, but enough so I can kind of get some momentum and get going, because unlike Lego building where you turn this camera a little bit. There we go. Don't need to see my big old belly hanging out. Boop. How's that? Is that better? The art takes a little more practice than just like putting together a set. And I know model building is different. Model building is a skill. Trust me, I know. But setting aside time, Tiny Tim, setting aside time is important too. And I want to make sure that I can set aside some time. And if I'm at least doing it on Tuesdays, then that's more than I'm doing now. So that's the excuse, and I'm sticking with it. But it all depends on the client too. If she says no, then I'm gonna say no. All right, cool. I will figure something else out. And since this isn't my day job, Kevin Hinkle, who this is his whole work, is getting paid to be an artist, then I will do something else. All right, Bob Cratchit. Where's your head? That'd be funny if that was his head. Sorry, Bob Cratchit's head is a glass ball. There's your hair for the little one. I need your pants, too. No, it was funny. Very, very funny. Big pieces. Where's his pants? I said, where are my pants? I said, got there. Oh, they're there. Okay. I got hair, and you need a stick. There you go. Okay, so here's your characters. Like how there's only one face on Scrooge, and that is Miserly. Too close. Miserly. Look at that scowl. Look at that top hat. I don't think I own a top hat. That is righteous. I also don't think I own an umbrella. Look at that. That makes me excited. That's so great. I'm fairly ecstatic here. So I'm gonna give Tiny Tim the happy face because I can't stand to see kids be sad. Oh, he has a scarf too. Whoopsie. Oh, and there's Bob Cratchit's head. Okay. Speaking of scarves, has anyone else seen? I put up the Cobb Vance speeder up on not Rebrickable. It's not going on Rebrickable. On Instagram yesterday, today. There's Tiny Tim. He's adorable. He has a dual print head where he's very sad. So I don't know if you can see that or not. I don't like the sad head. I don't like sad kids. Sad kids are the reasons lugs do all the work they do in hospitals and stuff, because sad kids are... You don't want that. Alright, did the chat stop or did YouTube break again? There's Bob Cratchit. Alright. Bulb. There we go, Bulb. Bulb Cratchit. I apologize to all my UK viewers. That was uncalled for. So, what's all y'all's favorite version of Christmas Carol? Mine is Scrooged with Bill Murray. I'm also partial to the one with Patrick Stewart. I think that's a pretty good version. Got something from Amazon. So I did all my Christmas shopping the other day. I think it was yesterday. Yes, yesterday. And I'd gotten kind of a bonus from work, so I'm like, well, I'm just going to dump it all into Christmas presents for everybody. So in one fell swoop, I buy everything off Amazon. And I know, Amazon is the devil. I would have loved to go to a local place that we have here in Austin, Blue Genie, but I'm unable to go to Blue Genie now because you can get an appointment and go, and like you have a limited time to go in and shop. And Blue Genie is one of these places where they have local artisans, and they have just these big stalls and setups and stuff. The artists aren't there, but you can go, and it's kind of like a small shop that's filled with artist stuff, right? And the company who runs it does take a bit of commission. Takes a lot of commission. But it usually has really good stuff. And when you are in a family group that kind of they don't really need anything or half the time want anything, it's always neat to go to someplace like that and find something for kind of that person. Well, this year, like, your parents are a good example. If you're my age and you're like, oh, I want to get my parents something, but I don't have any idea what they want. It's a great place to go to get like a cool, unique thing. Well, since we can't do that this year, we're all kind of scrambling, and so everyone's texting each other Amazon lists or like just something off there. And I'm like, here's my Lego list. I don't care. Well, how do I know if you already have it? If I've already got it, it turns into raw pieces for me to build with, so don't worry about it. Mickey's Christmas Carol is solid. If I was going to watch one, it'd be that probably. That's a good one. I do like that one. I'm sticking with Scrooged. I know it's not classic Christmas Carol, but there's just bits in that I cannot live without. I can't live without Carol King, and Her Fairy, Ghost of Christmas Present. Just delightful. And now I'm going to start watching some of those soon. It's that time. We have a movie watching thing with our friends, and we've got a list of movies that we want to watch. October was horror. November was science fiction, and I'm wondering why we just haven't gone full holiday movies for December. We watched Krampus on Krampusnacht last weekend, so that was good. They hadn't seen it yet, so it was fun to introduce them to that. I'm going to try to move some pieces so y'all can see the instructions too. Not that it's terribly important, but yeah. Let's do this like so. There we go. That's a little better. I don't have a nice overhead cam thing where I can work on it that way yet. I also like the Muppets Christmas Carol. I'm always going to lean towards Muppets on most things. Just 'cause. Big Muppet fan. In fact, we were riding our bikes today, and it was me and the ladies and the kids. And I kept hearing the song that they played, Shouldn't We Ride? From, I want to say it was the Muppet Movie, but I don't remember if it was the Muppet Movie or Great Muppet Caper now. I'm not going to say that. Oh my goodness, look at all this tan. Look at all this. Just so much tan. Ugh, my whole life is tan Lego right now. For the past, year. I like Scrooge McDuck Scrooge. Yep. That's a good one. I like that David Tennant is Scrooge in the new DuckTales. I think that's fantastic. Kind of not liking the fact that these don't overlap on the corner, but that's just me. I'm being super picky. The Muppet Christmas Carol is the only Christmas Carol. Oh, what's up, Kevin? Coming in here with some shots fired. I really only enjoy the first Tim Allen Santa Claus film and Ernest Saves Christmas. You cannot be serious. You cannot be serious. You only enjoy those two. I mean, I'll give you Ernest Saves Christmas because Ernest is a national treasure. But really, Tim Allen? To each his own. There was another Christmas Carol that the Jim Carrey Christmas Carol. Do you guys remember that? Weird. Those two movies that came out at the same time that were both creepy. The Polar Express and Jim Carrey's Christmas Carol. Just, I don't know, man. I remember seeing it in the theater and going, oh God, this is a film. This is definitely a projection of images onto a large screen. Pages. Ernest is like Weird Al. That I will give you. Ernest is like Weird Al. I will say Weird Al's got just a bit more talent. Just a bit. But still weird. And Al. And Yankovic. Oh, okay. So, Fred Claus with Vince Vaughn. Kevin, how are you with PG-13 holiday horror movies? Since I don't think you were here for the first part of the conversation. Because if you're okay with them, I would suggest Krampus. It is a delightful little kind of no blood, no gore, kind of fun horror movie. Supernatural kind of horror movie. Should give it a shot. Also, Rare Exports: A Christmas Story is one of my favorites, and it's weird. It's just weird. It's a dubbed foreign Finnish movie. I think it may be A24. I forget who did it, but it's about a small town in Finland who survives off reindeer hunting. And something's going on the hill over here, and they go in and there's a secret government program doing something, and something's trapped in ice, and that's all I'm going to say. Because that happens in the first little bit. But it's like a straight up weird, it turns into kind of a horror-y kind of, this is the real tale of Santa kind of thing, and you're like, oh God. But it's so much fun. The little kid in it is just the best. He is so great. Legit, Bad Santa is one of my favorites. Bad Santa? Bad Santa, really? I don't think I've actually ever seen that. Is that Billy Bob Thornton? I heard that was terrible. Of course, I mean, I don't have the greatest taste in things. Yeah, that just looked like a movie I didn't want to watch. And There was a release of, it was like I don't think it was a South by release, but it was and I am going to do stickers for this because I think it's important that this one gets stickers. So hate me all you want, but I think this one needs it. I'm going to keep the sheet, and I'm going to try to put the sheet back together later when I take all this apart. Because there's a lot of interesting pieces in here. So, oh God. I really do need to get some bifocals. It was called Clown. Did you guys ever see a movie called Clown? Again, I think it was dubbed or subtitled, but it was like it was kind of like Jackass meets, I don't know what it meets this German dude. Honestly, I can't remember if it was German or Swedish or what, but it was, oh my God, it was so weird. And again, I don't like shock humor like Jackass and stuff like that, but I was so uncomfortable during this movie. But at the same time, if I remember correctly, I really enjoyed it. Like there's something about it that was super enjoyable. Like the main character was just an abomination of humanity. So, I don't know. It has nothing to do with Christmas movies or holiday movies. I shouldn't specify Christmas. Any good Hanukkah movies out there? I know Hanukkah is tomorrow. Wasn't sure where my head was on that. Has everybody seen my bald spot? Good. What do we got? It's bad, but it's so good. I'll compare Bad Santa to Super Bad. You know what? I confessed to Beth the other day, I've never seen Super Bad. Never seen it. Also have never seen American Pie. Is that lip supposed to be over the top there? Okay. There's some cultural movies that I haven't seen. And I probably should. I'm making Beth watch all these things like Terminator and stuff and Die Hard, and I've never seen Superbad or American Pie. And so I was talking to somebody the other day, they're like, you don't need to see American Pie. I'm like, really? They're like, yeah, it's not good. I'm like, really? I heard it was a thing. They're like, yeah, when it came out, it was a thing, but now it's just a bad movie. I'm like, all right. I mean, Eugene Levy's in it. I think that's why we were talking about it, because Eugene Levy was in it. The Goldberg Holiday Special for Hanukkah. Okay. I would have to watch that on like Hulu or something, because I don't have network TV. So I saw a funny thing today on, is it Screen Crush? Or it was the Honest Trailers, right? And they do movies and they do an Honest Trailer game thing now too. But it was for Donnie Darko. They did an Honest Trailer for Donnie Darko. And let me tell you, one movie out there that I absolutely loathe is Donnie Darko. And they did not treat it kindly, and I am glad, because it is just a terrible garbage movie. It's so bad. Like, I remember watching it thinking it was going to be this, and everyone's like, oh man, it's so... And I should have known better. I was like, this movie would have been great if we were all stoned, right? Because that's the only way I would have enjoyed this movie. I mean, it made no sense. It was terrible. Like, I hear there's a director's cut that has this great plot line in it that explains everything. But it's like, why don't you put that in the movie? Because that sounds really awesome. Like, he's this interdimensional superhero. But no, all you see is the weirdness of him glowering and making weird smiles, and it's just... hate it. But I got talked into seeing it by some people, and it was just garbage. Garbage, garbage, garbage. And it's such a cult hit now. It was also released in like October of 2001, and the joke was not a lot of plane disaster movies did well in 2001, late 2001. And I'm like, Yeah, that's probably a good point. Oh, more stickers. Oh, I wish they would have had me put these on before I put the tiles on. Hey, what's up, Haley Bricks? Thanks for being here. Haley Bricks and Brickanic. All right, this is going to be tricky. So glasses off. Don't breathe. Don't anybody breathe. I have to do it like this, I think. Oh man. This is also why I don't like stickers. The applying of them. If I wanted to do this kind of work, I would go back into model airplanes. Man, I miss model airplanes. I love the paint and the glue. Sanding down all the flashing. I suppose no reason I couldn't get back into it. That's pretty good. It's all shiny. Glasses off is indeed serious business. Oh man, you have no idea how much of this I'm doing lately. Like, if it weren't for a pandemic where I can't go anywhere, I would have been to the eye doctor already to get bifocals. But I am clinging to the fact, and it's not like a vanity thing, it's an expense thing. These cost like 25 bucks. And so this goes in here because I'm guessing that's where all the bits for the rest of the scene are stored, and that's pretty slick. A little drawer. The whole reason I would go get my $35 exam or whatever from my eye doctor, and then take my prescription, and I would have to ask them, can I have my pupil distance, please? And they kind of go, yeah, and they know why. And then I would go online and buy $25 glasses, because I'm like, don't need anything special. I don't have like an astigmatism or anything like that. Just need to get me some peepers. And I can't wear contacts. I can't put anything in my eye. It freaks me the heck out. So I have to wear glasses, which is very limiting when it comes to cosplay. I'll tell you that. Like, okay, well, I need a round, bespeckled dude with partial facial hair. How does that work? Any anime like that? The mayor in, what does Embossing say? The mayor of Capital City? Whatever it was in Korra, the main metropolis. I could have been him. He had like a weird little beard and glasses, and he was kind of... It wasn't the mayor. It was the girl's dad. Cool story, bro. I haven't watched that in a long time, so I don't remember any of their names. Oh my, all the good things I trust. Oh. My dad and I used to build little model kits when I was... like little planes and cars and boats. We did a Klingon bird of prey one time from the original Trek and Kennedy's. Ooh, a PT boat. That's fantastic. Yeah, my thing was at the time modern fighter jets or modern military aircraft, because it wasn't all fighter jets. I had a lot of reconnaissance planes and support planes and things like that. Tankers, refuelers, AWACS. Had a couple A-10s, and I had them all hanging from my ceiling on fish line, and had a B-1B. Had my prized possession was a super big B-1B with the sweep wing. I loved me some model airplanes, man. I think the coolest thing that I ever saw was... my family had tickets for a great many years, and so we'd go and they would have flyovers occasionally, not always, but occasionally. And they were, you know, almost to a one were in a very, very cool aircraft, right? Every once in a while they'd be like, and this is the T-111, Air Tiger, and you look it up and it's like, oh, that's a training plane. I don't care. But they'd have F-15s a lot and F-16s, and they'd have B-52s fly over, and that was always very cool. And one time they had same with contacts. I get them for swimming, roller coasters, and then I never wear them anyways, and they just expire. Yeah. When Brickmania released at PT, I immediately threw it in my online cart for nostalgia. Build time with Dad. Then I checked out and realized it was $2,000. Yeesh. Yeah, did you say? Oh, Brickmania. Yeah. Yeah, between Brickmania and Brick Vault, I don't know who. I feel like that's the one. You make one purchase with them, and then that's it. Then they own you for some reason. They have you by the knees. So, we went to the Air Force Academy one time. We went to watch the Air Force play. Because since we were babies, my grandpa had tickets, right? Same location for like 40 years. So every Saturday in the fall, well, every home game, we would go and watch. And it was a thing, right? It was a big family event. So, okay, why do I need to put wood grain stickers on here when I have tiles that have wood grain on them? I know they're nougat, but I mean, use the same print. Ugh. I think I'm gonna put them on first. Anyway. I emptied my cart and wept. Yep. So we're walking up to the, we're just about to sit down. We're walking up to our seats just as the flyover, because sometimes you don't get there in time, and the flyover happens and the parachute team comes in, the Wings of Blue. And we're walking up, and I have to take my glasses off. And the announcer says, over the PA, he's like, now if you pay attention high and to the south, which is over the scoreboard, so we'd look up and look over the scoreboard. And he's like, you'll notice one of the, however many were in service, B-1B bombers. And I don't think it was a stealth bomber, but maybe it was. It was that gooseneck looking one with the swept back wings. And right before he finished telling us what the plane was, another B-1B was coming off. It had to be just above the hard deck or whatever was allowed flyover at the time. And everyone's looking up like this. And this other B-1B, the one is coming in, the really high up one's got its wings open. And this other one with its wings back just comes screaming over the stadium. And I mean, we're all like this, and this thing just goes like that, just passes over, and we're like, and it was so loud and thunderous that and I think I've lost my camera. Oh, great. I'm going to sit here and wait for a second because I think my camera got lost. Oh, why is that not plugged in? Hang on. I've been running this whole time on battery. Came loose. See if that helps the camera. That should. I'll give it a minute. F-117? No, a B-1B. So we're going to pull it up while I'm waiting for my camera to resolve here. Give it a minute to get above 10%. The Rockwell B1 Lancer. So let me get an image of this. Ugh, come on. I want to share by copying. There we go. So, yeah, I don't think this is going to catch up in a minute. So as we're looking up, this one comes off. It couldn't have been more than of course, now I lose my voice too. So no camera. And I've lost my voice. Biological and technical issues. Super fun. This is usually why I have something to drink here. But it's not helping. See if we go back to full camera and then build camera. Nope, just stuck. Yeah, 10 out of 10 content. I'll hold this up. So, see if I can jump start it here. Anyway, long story, extremely longer. It was so loud, and you turn back, and the thing just pulls up, kicks in its afterburners, and pulls up into the clouds, and it's gone. Like, you see this thing for like half a second, and it shakes the entire stadium, and all the car alarms go off, and you're shook. You're like, what was that? And the crowd just erupts. They love it. You know, I mean, half the stadium's full of cadets, so they're all like, yeah, you know. It was so great. I think I'm going to go till 10. It's 9:30. I'm going to go till 10 because I'm not anywhere close to being done. Got the camera back. Got my voice back for the moment. This is why I need Beth here with me in case I lose my voice again. She can talk. And, like, it wasn't that moment because I'd already kind of wanted to be in the Air Force anyway so I could fly fighters. But that kind of solidified it for me. I'm like, yes, I need to fly that thing. And that was one of the models I had in my room. And I'm like, I was freaking out. I'm shouting at my dad. I'm like, that's a B1. That's a B1B, man. That's so great. And he's like, I can't hear you. What? What's going on? So much fun. So, reminder that this Thursday, tune in and you can see me doing Beth's makeup. We'll do this. Restream Studio. So our friend can join us. And she will be giving me instructions as I do Beth's makeup. Because we need to figure out a way for... It needs to be 4. For her to get her makeup done for the wedding, which is in a month. A little more than a month. And because she can't go anywhere, and we can't really have a friend come over and do it, poking around on her eyes and stuff, so I'm going to get some instruction on how to do it. We might do hair stuff, but I'm not really good with hair stuff. I'm actually not terribly worried. I was in theater in high school and college, and I don't think this applies to artists, Kevin, but I feel like having an artistic touch might help a little bit. Like, I'm gonna know what blending is and shading is and stuff like that. Yeah, don't put it on yet. There's just all kinds of little rusted bits. Brick falling out. This is a little sticker, so I'm not too worried about it. All right. So again, bears repeating. If you have a, because I'm not going to buy another $75 set or $150 set before Christmas. So if you have a ice rink that you would like to trade, I have an extra, and you don't have the book, and you'd like to trade, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to do a giveaway. I think I'd rather do the giveaway, but it'd also be fun to get the ice rink set. Used to have the best dang PowerPoints of the Lego marketing department had ever seen, and specifically recall every job detail ever designated me by the sign drawer or visual merchandiser because I had creative, artistic. Oh God, yeah. I you know, I'm actually glad that I work in a company that has a graphics department, and I'm not in that graphics department, because the previous company was just a day trading company, and they didn't have, you know, small enough to where they didn't have like a marketing or graphics group or anything like that. So I mean, I was constantly asked to do, you know, web page stuff, and they're like, "You're an artist, right?" I'm like, "I draw comic books." And like, "Do you think you could do a web page?" And I'm like, "Yeah, probably." I mean, it's like the Mitch Hedberg joke. You're a comedian, right? Do you think you could write something for us? You're a chef. Can you farm? Yeah, I was asked to do all kinds of stupid things. It's like, well, I'm doing this PowerPoint presentation. Can you ramp this up a little bit? I just need some cartoons on the front of it. Like, there's a dude who loved this guy to death because he employed me a lot. Like, he asked me to do a lot of work for him. And then he ended up doing an interactive children's book. Like, this was when iPads were new, right? He was like, I want to do an interactive book for an iPad. iPad only, not an iPhone, but an iPad. I'm like, okay. And he had already contacted me to do, like, you know, he wanted cartoons done for a PowerPoint presentation he was doing, and he wanted certain characters based off certain aspects of a company, you know. And I was kind of like, okay. And so I did it, and they were pretty good drawings. But then he was like, you know, they were just really weird requests, and I'm sure, Kevin, you probably appreciate this too. And it's just like, they weren't lewd requests, but it's just like, what are you asking me to do? You know, it's like, surely. And I was like, he wanted like 12 drawings and like large size, full color drawings. And I'm like, this is going to cost you, you know? I don't do this for a living, but I am not also going to not ask for payment for my time. And this is the bottom end of going rate, but it's still going rate. And he's like, no, that's fine. And I'm like, okay. So it was just really weird because I'm like, you're basically paying a lot of money to get a couple cartoons drawn for a meeting that you want, a presentation. So weird. It's some of the weirdest stuff I've ever done. But then he paid me a crap ton of money, and I got an iPad out of a deal when we did the interactive book. So that was cool. But I haven't talked to him in a while. I see his posts on Facebook and stuff, but I haven't actually talked to him in a while. Yeah, I could. Yeah, they're like, can we just like, just a little something right here? I'm like, well, yeah. I mean, I could sketch something right now on this lined piece of paper with my ballpoint pen, and you could use that. And they're like, yeah. Can we just do that? I'm like, okay. They're like, now, are you gonna color this? Or are you gonna? And I'm like, no. Okay, that's where it becomes. This is my going rate. Here's how much this will cost you. This will take, minimum per hour, minimum on delivery, half now, all this stuff. I'm honestly glad that I don't do that for a living, because first of all, I can't promote myself I'm just garbage at it. So I would starve to death. Second of all, I would turn stuff down. I'd be like, I'm not doing that. That's stupid. I would probably learn. But also, I just hate the back and forth. I hate well, I like this, but could you make it more this? And what they always ask for is always this ephemeral quality that you really just can't do. Can you make him more boisterous? I'm like, I can make him wave his arms more. I can put more wavy lines around him. I can give him bigger eyes. I can try to make him more boisterous. I don't know what you're asking for. And then so you go way over the top, and they're like, no, that's too much. And you're like, okay, well, now we're on 3 drawings here. So I try to do a lot of sketch work ahead of time, and I know that doesn't look good because sketches aren't the same as the finished product, but at the same time, I don't want to sink hours and hours into, well, okay, here it is. Here's, drawn, inked, scanned, colored in my computer, or, watercolored, or whatever I did. And then they make changes, and you're like, nope, sorry, that's going to cost you more. Oh, it's so frustrating. But at the same time, I'm kind of like, hey man, I get paid to draw stuff. One time I had a guy go, just make it look nice, but don't spend more than 5 minutes on it. So I did, no more than 5. He was not satisfied. Yup. I mean, you want to know what a 5-minute drawing is? My whiteboard drawings that I post on Instagram every day, those don't even take me 5 minutes. Those take like 20 minutes. I'm still like laying out the position of the head and then I'm researching what happens on the day, and then I'm like, so here's a little tidbit. If you are watching, if you know the daily drawings that I do on my whiteboard, I have been trying to do historically significant or just popular, whatever, Black Americans. If I can't find one that's really notable, or like it's really obscure, I'm like, no one's gonna know who that is. I try to anyway, but if there really isn't a good one, like Ike Turner was on one day, it was his birthday, and I'm like, I don't want to do Ike Turner. That seems wrong. I know maybe he got a bad rap, but at the same time, don't want to do it. So I did like whoever. There was a historical suffrage woman that I did instead. But anyway, there's a little bit, and you may have noticed, I don't know if anybody really has, but what I try to do is, there's the drawing, there's the happy birthday, and then on the side it says on this day, and there's like a couple little facts about stuff that happened on that day. The on this day, I've been trying to relate it to the happy birthday person in the font, in the typeface that I draw, and I'm not always successful. But like today's was Sammy Davis Jr., so I looked up Rat Pack font, and I tried to draw, it's kind of a 60s, not Rankin Bass, but that 60s sort of variety show kind of font. So every day has the on this day font is different because I'm trying to relate it to. And I'm like, sometimes I spend way too much time on that. One was like Whoopi Goldberg, so I tried to copy the Def Comedy Jam, or no, the Comic Relief logo. Some of them are just, somebody did something in the 1800s. So I'm like, well, wanted poster 1800s, you know, something like that. It's not always a successful thing, but I try little touches like that nobody's gonna get. Am I trying too hard? Am I trying too hard, Andrew? Maybe I'm trying too hard on that. They're fun. I need to figure out a way to do better about doing them on the weekends, because this was something I was doing at work, because I had a whiteboard at work and it wasn't being used, and it was a giant whiteboard. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to draw on it. And then it became, people were voting on what was going to be drawn on Friday and all this stuff. And so when we started working from home, I'm like, well, I've got this little whiteboard at home. I'll just keep doing it. But now I'm like, it's Saturday. I'm not going to do it. I wouldn't draw on my whiteboard at work on Saturday. Why would I do that now? But I should. It only takes like 20 minutes. Ooh, that's neat. It's like snowy. Snow and icicles and stuff. That's neat. Thank you, Kevin. I like doing them. I mean, they're no doodle stream, but you know, I'm having fun with them. I'm starting to appreciate how the whiteboard markers function as a medium too, like how you can get them to, because you can't, whiteboard markers and a whiteboard surface at first blush is very binary. It's very, you draw on it or you don't draw on it. There's no blending. There's no sketching really. There's no like laying it out ahead of time. There's barely erasing of any kind. But I have learned, he's back. Welcome back, Brad's Life. Or just Brad, or as the French say, bread. I have found that if I let one of my markers go dry a little bit, it becomes a gray scale marker, and I can kind of sketch a little bit what I want to do, and then the dark marker I can put over it. So that's always fun, but then that marker really gave out. And then you kind of try to figure out how to erase using a Q-tip or the back of a marker or your fingernail, you know. Getting better and better with it. I don't know how long I'll do birthdays of notable Black Americans or anything like that, but maybe a year. Maybe until there's no more racism in the country. I'm sorry, did I say that out loud? Was that out loud? Did I record that? I got a couple art school buddies who've made good money with whiteboard animation jobs. Really? Yeah, I mean, I bet that would be really quick, too. Once you figure out how to do it, like how to work with it. That sounds like it'd be a lot of fun. I mean, the ASAP Science guys are doing, I don't know if they're making a killing, but they're doing really well with their whiteboard stuff. Clever little bit of shingling. Oh goodness, time we got 9:40. Wow. Whatever is getting Beth is probably getting me too. Went for a bike ride today. Maybe that wasn't a good idea. That's just adorable. Look at that. Look at the shingling and a little bit. So I'm guessing these probably aren't. They're probably more like little crenellations or something than they are snowy icicles or something. But I don't know. Maybe it's wintry. It has wintry look. Paid well, just boring content, corporate speeches or college professor presentations. I can see that. See, stuff like that's really cool, but like even this that I'm doing, I'm already feeling like I'm burned out on it because I've been doing it for like 2 years. And every day, doing it every day for 2 years. I don't know when I'm going to stop because I think everyone's like, oh, I love your drawings. It's like, really? I don't think anybody sees these. Like, if you do, you should say something because I was about ready to stop the other day. Like, no, these are great. So now I'm like, okay, I probably should keep going. But I'm like, oh, God, another 2 years of this. Doing stone greebling, pathway greebling here. We're at the point where we're doing last little bit stuff. So I am excited. That's the other thing. Is like, I know you went to school for, like, you've got a degree. Like, you know your stuff. I also went to school, but I never got a degree. I just went and effed around and switched my major a bunch of times and never got anything official. So I only partially know my stuff. I know how to make furniture out of cardboard or whatever the heck they taught us in Design 1. La la la. Something like that. Nice little tree. There's your outside so far. Oh, the weather outside is Lego. What else is this going to be used for? I mean, really. Actually, don't say that. Don't answer that because I'm sure it can be used for a great many things. So I've kept... My phone takes pretty good images, and they're all up on... Google Photos. So I still have the originals or the high-res versions at least. But that's not a bad idea, actually. I could block out everything else and adjust the curves on it so it's a little more contrasty. So it's black and white and not kind of that beige-ish color that I get on the whiteboard. And then, yeah, maybe. I've thought about doing one for a time lapse. The only reason I haven't is because I do them technically while I'm out at work, right? I don't really have a camera set up to watch me do it. So I mean, I could come in here and do it where I've got a camera. I could figure out how to have my phone up somewhere and do it. The other thing is sometimes while I'm working on it, stuff happens at work and I have to put it down. So I'd have to, stitch 2 time lapse together. It could be done. And I've actually thought about doing that to put up somewhere, or doing like an Instagram live. Hey, I'm doing my drawing right now. Come check it out. But yeah, prints for a book. That sounds very Flickr days. Remember Flickr? I'm really focused on getting more mileage out of what I already do right now. Made up a batch of these short videos. Pulling single doodle out of my live stream as an example. That's a good idea. If you got Illustrator, it shouldn't be too hard to vectorize the artwork too. I don't. I'd have to use Inkspace or something like that to get a good vector. So I could submit it. Because I bet I could get away with... I drew a bunch of garbage that I was able to print and put up on Zazzle and whatnot. And people still liked it, It's amazing. Amazing what people will stupidly give their money to. I mean, this looks like the Charlie Brown Christmas tree. Ooh, it's inside. Oh, hello. It's right on there. Okay. There's the inside Christmas tree, and then there's the outside Christmas tree. And then we have a last sticker. Man, I've been trying for a year. I actually tried before that to get all my Flickr over to what is this? I can't even tell what. Okay, there it is. Over to Google Photos. I'm dying over here. I cannot figure out how to get it all downloaded. I just can't. Like, every time I try, every tool bottoms out on me. And it's very frustrating. Because I'm like, I'm not using this anymore. I'm not going to be charged for it. I haven't used a pro account in a long time, but at the same time, I'm like, I would like to get all my under or over 2,000 photos back, because they're mostly artwork. I still like, wow, there's a lot of extra pieces. I still point people to it when they're like, can I see an example of your art? And I'm like, well, here's my Instagram account. Here's my, I can share an album on my Google Photos or Drive or something like that. But I said, honestly, a lot of my stuff has been uploaded, because I haven't drawn in so long, has been uploaded to Flickr. So here it is. And I still use it for that. So I don't know if they can even see it. All right. So there's your, oh, wait. Let's pose them like they are in the thing. Got Ebenezer. We've got Bob Cratchit, and we've got Tiny Tim. All right, there you go. There's your Christmas Carol book. This was a gift with purchase for Black Friday. I don't know why it's not focusing very well, but for a little while you could get it, and it's pretty cute looking. I like it. I may keep this together as like a holiday decoration and then just put it in a plastic bag for next year, because I have a couple other things like that are Lego, like a tree and a nutcracker and stuff. So and you can, I don't know what this is for. I don't know what the drawer is for. You built it, but I don't. There's a drawer. I don't know what it's for. Is it for extra pieces? Let's put all the extra pieces in there. How's that? There you go. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to the drawer. All right, y'all. Personal pics of family and friends. Yeah, I've got all that in a different location anyway, so it doesn't bother me. Thank you all for being here. Oh yeah, paper clips. That's not a bad idea. I don't have a need for paper clips. I will be back day after tomorrow with Beth, doing not Lego, not art, but makeup. So join us again. Build it every Christmas. That's not a bad idea, dude. I'll just keep it in a plastic bag with this. Maybe I'll take it apart after the holidays and put the stickers back on it. Maybe, I don't know. So yeah, come back Thursday. I think we'll start at the same time. Maybe we'll start earlier. Just keep an eye out for the schedule thumbnail on YouTube, and then it'll go live on Twitch. So make sure to Follow on Twitch if you haven't. Hopefully my voice will be better by then, but I don't think I'm going to be doing a lot of the talking. So thanks again for everybody being here. Again, here's your Christmas Carol. And then we also did the brick. Did the brick. I mean, it's a brick. So there's that. And then Beth built the chariot, which was the gift with purchase from the Colosseum. So, and if you're curious about the torso of the chariot driver, first of all, I think he's got no pants. I don't know if you can really see it that well. Let's see if I can do the build camera because I think the light's better. That's the torso. I don't know if that's, I don't have enough Castle figures to know if that's a newish torso or not. Can't really see it. Come on. The one time you don't focus. Alright, forget it. He does have a yellow arm and a gold arm. So that's pretty cool. Connor, you're just in time for me to say goodnight because we are finished. But thanks for showing up. It's past your bedtime. It's past my bedtime. And wow, this thing is weirdly rickety. Like it's got 3 points of articulation on it, but it's all like all over the place. Well, now I'm not going to be able to let this go. I was saying goodbye to everybody, but now this happened. All right. Yeah, see, I don't like the way when you push on it, it all falls apart. There's that. Okay. Anyway. Everybody have a good night. I will see you Thursday. Like, subscribe, follow, whatever you need to do. And I'll see you all later. Have a good night. Cheers.